everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, I know I am late to the party on the October favorites, but you know what? It's been a tough month, and I think you know all of that. But taking away the last, 11 days of October, the first 22 days or the first 21 days were certainly good ones. They always are. And I want to start off with letting you all know how incredibly grateful I am for all of your messages on that video. My heart just went out to so many of you that told me your stories. Thank you for being there, for your support. It took me a couple of days to get through all the comments, but I thank you for your support and for always being here for me. There really are no words for me to say. I have many new subscribers that have come from Natalie and Monica and Sheila's channels. Thank you so much. I thank you for your support. I thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy it. And I thank my content creator friends for their incredible support. I also want to, I have to say this because it's a favorites video, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. One of my favorite things, and it wasn't in October, it was actually in November, was on my last video. So many of you came on and watched that video with the Tati palette. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. But you were every single one of you that left me a comment, you were so kind. Even those of you that don't like the palette, that don't want to get the palette, it didn't matter to you. You were just so kind. And I so appreciate it, because if you've been with me for a while, you know that I do not trash brands or palettes or makeup. I don't trash anybody. I mean, we're all different. What works for you may not work for me. Just because it works for me does not necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. And you know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you all so much. Some of the comments just made me smile, and I thought I truly do have the best subscribers, because you guys have been amazing and so incredibly supportive. I think that you all knew that, you know, I did not get the palette for free. Tati did not. I am not on her PR list. I get nothing. So whether, you know, everything that I said was just saying, you know, how it worked for me. And I understand it may not work for everybody, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you. Thank you all so much. And I don't think I've talked about this on my channel. I'm going to start off with makeup. And I don't think I have talked about it, and I've been meaning to. I have tried very much lately to try to support companies that are women-owned, women-run, small companies, and what we refer to indie companies, because they are independent companies. They're not a big company like Estee Lauder owning them or something along those lines. These are companies that the ladies, like Sydney Grace, that's hers. That is her baby. I don't know if they still are, but they were hand pressed, and she might have gotten a machine by now because her company has grown some, but nevertheless, it's her company and no one owns her except her, Heather, the owner of the company. Anyway, so I came across this company, and it's Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is also owned by a woman. It is an indie company. This lady hand presses every single shadow herself. Maybe with friends helping or something, but she does it herself. It's, you know, it's not some company out or some factory somewhere where they just do mass production. It's her, maybe in her garage, doing this. So I gave it a try. I've actually bought 2 palettes from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. Sometimes they run out of stock, and the reason they run out of stock is because, think about it, I mean, this is 1 or 2 people hand pressing these shadows, and when they run out, then they have to press some more. I have used this palette. My girls were here and they were floored. Both my nieces, Stephanie, Christy, they could not believe the pigmentation on these shadows. Why do I always forget to bring my hand wipes? That's just wrong. Anyway, let me just do a couple of swatches. And you know I'm not a swatching person, but I'm going to swatch. This is a shimmer, but it is so smooth. It is almost like you're swatching a matte shadow. The pigmentation is absolutely amazing and they last all day long. It's incredible to me. That is just one swipe and they blend absolutely beautifully. It is amazing to me. This is one of my favorite shades in this palette. Look at that. That is just, I think you could see that. Oh, I'm blinding you. I am so sorry. Look at that, how pretty that is. Just amazing. Anyway, if you like to support these smaller companies, definitely Give Me Glow Cosmetics is someone to give a try. This one I am highly recommending. I really am. It's been one of my favorite palettes since I purchased it. I was so happy to get my hands on it. And yeah, so Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and the name of this particular one is Vintage Rose. The other one that I purchased, let me see if I could find it. I'll be right back. You know you have way too many palettes when you say, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, of course I'm going to find it. I know exactly where all my palettes are. This one is the staple palettes. And I think many of you would like this one because this one is primarily matte. And it has this one, and this one. These three are the shimmers in the palette. The browns are beautiful if you like the neutral shades. I know that there are some shades in here that some people may not care for, but I think that it is just, and again with the mirror, Marlene, holy moly, will I ever learn. There we go. So beautiful. They just look amazing. I mean, even if you don't like shimmers, I highly recommend Give Me Glow Cosmetics. My sister doesn't use shimmers, and when she tried these, she was like blown away. She just couldn't believe it. All right, as many of you may have seen, with my mirror turned over, I do have notes in front of me because otherwise this old brain just totally forgets. You know, this has been a favorite in the past, and I had totally neglected to use it. I think that you know that I buy a lot of makeup, and it's mostly because I am no longer a teacher. I am retired, and what I do is YouTube. So I purchase a lot of products, and it's basically to review them for you so I can try them out and let you know, so you don't have to go out and, you know, not only spend the money, because you could always take it back, but I know that it's a hassle. And when something either doesn't work for me or it's a double, I just give it away. I am very fortunate because I have a sister, I have 2 nieces, and I have 2 daughters. They left here after, when they were here for the service, they left with bags of clothes, of makeup. I mean, big bags. Anyway, I digress. A favorite foundation lately has been this Dior Forever Undercover. I had not used this foundation in such a long time. I mean, probably like 6 months or something along those lines. And I've been making a really conscious effort to go through my foundations. I have them on rotations. The ones that I haven't used in a while, I bought them forward. I have on my table here, I have my drugstore foundations. I have my higher end foundations, and I'm just trying to rotate them. This one has been incredible. It has become my favorite all over again. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Dior Forever Undercover. It is a 24-hour full coverage foundation. This is what I'm wearing today and what I have been wearing in my last couple of videos, if I'm not mistaken. I love this foundation. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't settle, and it lasts all day. My shade is 041. Highly, highly recommend this foundation. For my birthday, Stephanie and Christy asked me what I wanted, and I wanted the Fenty powder and the Fenty bronzer. The Fenty powder that I have is in the shade Honey, and the bronzer is in, it's a caramel Cutie. I think I love the powder from Fenty because it doesn't make me look all powdery and dry. It just looks really pretty. It just smooths everything out. If you're looking for a powder, I think this is a great one to try, and you don't have to start off with a great big one like this. At Sephora, they have the smaller ones, which are less expensive. They have less product, but you need so very little. I usually use just a thin brush to just apply a little bit right over my pores and my forehead. And I have normal skin, and yet this powder looks really, really nice. Stephanie uses it. Stephanie has combination skin, and she really, really likes it. So thank you, Christy. I love my powder. And Stephanie gave me the bronzer. This bronzer is just absolutely gorgeous. Just beautiful. For me, it works really well. It's matte. If you are looking for a matte bronzer that it's more on the higher end, I think this one is a really nice one to try. I love it. Thanks, Steph. For my skincare, I am still using my CBD serum. I am only using it at night now. I'm no longer using it in the day. I think that CBD has helped the texture of my skin. I don't think it has been the be-all end-all in skincare. I think that it has worked exceptionally well to bring me back that moisture, to keep my skin hydrated, to just the overall appearance of my skin is so much better since I started using the CBD serum. I went to the dermatologist, and you know, they look at your complexion under something, some big mirror, or not a mirror, lights and all that, and she thought that my skin looked so much better. I took to her some of the products that I've been using from Good Molecules, and she thought that they were really good products. She told me to continue using them. I don't think the one that is for discoloration has really done as much as I would have hoped it would, but I think that the combination of the one with just the niacinamide, the peptides, I think just a combination, the hyaluronic acid, just them as you know, just putting them together, and they're so easy to use, has really helped my skin. As you know, the first batch was sent to me, and I just placed another order on Beautylish to get some more because I am running out. But I don't think it's fair to the company for me to sit here and say, either give it raving reviews or bash it, which I would never do, but or to say, yeah, this doesn't work. I don't think that's right, because I've only been using it for about a month, and I don't think that is sufficient time to give a really good review for skincare. All right, that's what I've got in skincare. For my lifestyle, I just bought this, and it is from a company. I think it's a small company. I believe I'm almost certain that it's an indie company. They have these empty magnetic palettes. They also have eyeshadows. I have not tried the eyeshadows, but as you can see, it opens up into, it has the compartments. I haven't filled this one up yet. This one has a mirror, and it's got, you could fit 77 singles in here. So you could fit some in here, and you can fit some in here. If you are a single shadows girl, I don't remember how much this costs. I'll leave it linked down below. But if you are a single shadows girl like I am, this is a great way to go. Also, a lot of the companies, for example, Viseart or any of the other companies, they're doing their shadows where you can depot them. And this is a great way to have all of the shadows put in the same place. Did I say it holds 77 shadows? I really like this. It's very, very sturdy. And you know, it's like a book. I could just put everything in here. I could depot my Visearts. I could depot my blushes, highlighters, and I could just have everything in one place, and it would be great for travel. I love, love, love this. Highly recommend it. Something else that I have been enjoying, and this has nothing to do with a product in and itself, as some of you know this, some of you may not. I have a page on Instagram as well as Facebook, and I have really enjoyed posting on there because it has been so easy to post daily makeup looks, new products that I buy, review them on there. I could do the Insta stories. And even if you don't have a page, so to speak, you can have a page, and it doesn't have to be makeup. It could just be that you don't even have to share it with the world. Just something that you have for your friends and your families, and you post your pictures, your family pictures, and that way everybody could see them and encourage them to follow you on there. I have my Instagram page, and what I post on there almost on a daily basis, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I post pictures of what I've gotten, pictures of my looks. I go on Insta story. I haven't really done any IGTV, is that what you call it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, IGTV. It's the Instagram, and I could do small, or anybody can do small videos, short videos up to, I think it's 10 minutes, and you could put them on there. If you have grandchildren, if you have children, and you want to share with each other short little videos, you can certainly put them on. And I'm going to leave my Instagram handle down below. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you have Instagram, it's really very easy to use. If you know how to use Facebook, you'll be able to use Instagram. Instagram is owned by Facebook, so they work pretty much the same. I actually think it's easier on Instagram. If you are just purely Facebook, I was just able. It took me, I don't know, a year to be able to separate my personal page from my Fab and Glam page. I'm going to leave my link to both my Instagram and my Facebook down below. And what I do is whenever I post on Instagram, I have it go directly to my Facebook page. So if you don't like Instagram and you just like Facebook, if you follow me on that Facebook page, you'll be able to see anything that I post on Instagram, except for the Insta stories. I don't think they go to Facebook. The Nightingale. Oh my gosh. Kathy from Kathy's Beauty Care Chats, she recommended this book, The Nightingale. I'll put across the screen. I want to say it's Kristin Hanna. I think that's the author, but I can't remember. If you like historical fictions, this one takes place, I believe it's during World War II. And it's about these 2 sisters and what they go through, and one that helps the English soldiers get away from the Nazis. It was long. I listened to it on Audible. I loved it. Thank you, Kathy, for recommending that book. I could not put it down. I thought it was amazing. But I enjoy historical fictions that have a little bit of a love story, a little bit of drama in them, and this certainly checked off all of the boxes. I have been loving my wigs. I have just been loving them. And you know, I never thought that I would love my wigs so much. And I have Monica to thank for this, because she talked to me about them, and she made an important point. Yes, many ladies have to use a wig because of hair loss, or for a number of reasons that they might have hair loss, hair being thin or anything like that. But you know, it's also an accessory, just the same way as I put on a pair of earrings, or I put on a watch, or I put on a necklace. I think this is a great way. I save money because I have not running to the salon every 3 or 4 weeks, you know, spending $300. So this is a really good way. They last a few years. These are not on the really high end. I mean, it's not a human hair wig, so they're not thousands of dollars. In the upper hundred, whether it's like 180 or 200, I don't buy, none of my wigs are over, I didn't pay over $350 for any of my wigs. My camera shut off, so I guess I've been talking way too long. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that I'm really enjoying my wigs. The last thing I want to tell you is I have used acrylic nails since the 80s. I have had my nails done with acrylics, and finally, as many of you know, in Kansas, it was a nightmare getting my nails done. So many of you have complimented me on my nails. These are not, well, they are mine because I paid for them, but they're just Kiss glue-on nails. That's what they are. They're about $7. You get 24 in them. You can get them at the drugstore. You can get them at Ulta. They're available all over. About $7 for 24 nails. So you get 2 sets in there, and then a couple of extras. They have different designs. They have very plain ones. You keep them on for a week. Make sure that you take them off after a week, and then redo them. It takes me 10 minutes. I was going crazy because my nails looked terrible. And I asked Michelle from Cinnamon Girl Beauty, because I know that she buys these types of nails, and she recommended some, she sent me some, and it has been a godsend. I am saving tons of money on my nails. I don't have to worry about them, and I don't yank them off. I soak them off. But anyway, yeah, those are my favorites for the month of October. I so appreciate every single one of you. I truly, truly do. And thank you for visiting with me. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your incredible, incredible support. I have absolutely no words to let you know how much I appreciate you. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.